Listen to me, please. You're like me, a Homo sapiens, a wise human. Life, a miracle in the universe, appeared around 4 billion years ago, and we humans, only 200,000 years ago. Yet we have succeeded in disrupting the balance that is so essential to life. Listen carefully to this extraordinary story, which is yours, and decide what you want to do with it. Our Earth relies on a balance in which every being has a role to play and exists only through the existence of another being. A subtle, fragile harmony that is easily shattered. The animal sates its hunger and the tree can blossom again. And that's where you, Homo sapiens, wise human, enter the story. You benefit from a fabulous 4 billion-year-old legacy bequeathed by the Earth. You're only 200,000 years old, but you have changed the face of the world. Despite your vulnerability, you have taken possession of every habitat and conquered swaths of territory like no other species before you. It's time to come together. What's important is not what's gone, but what remains. We know that the solutions are there today. We all have the power to change. So what are we waiting for? So what are we waiting for?
Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
My talk today is on human energy and how it single-handedly has the power to unite and transform companies and communities. Go back, I'm just fascinated on how many communities are literally paralyzed because there's just lack of hope. I believe we need positive energy to be channeled, to help counterbalance all of the negative, disruptive energy out there right now. I think we need it to remove a lot of the individual barriers and individual idiosyncrasies. We need it to unite groups of people to focus on what's best for the greater good of the whole.
I would like to talk to you for 8 minutes about co-intelligence and how it could be a solution for complex systems. And it's actually showing that the whole world is into a crisis, not only healthcare, economics, finances, religion, you name it. And that we only will get out of it when we change our worldview. And that the worldview we have now could be described as an ecosystem, and that we need to move into an ecosystem. And co-intelligence is what brings the higher solutions. So what we need actually is dialogue. Dialogue is what brings coherence in human energy fields. And dialogue is not like a common conversation. You only have dialogue about things that really touch your heart. When you're in flow, you're actually in a state where you're involved with heart and soul. So what we need is more heart and less head. The mind is what divides us, judging. Judging differences. When you want synergy in a group, what you want is not just tolerate differences, you need to appreciate them. You need to love the differences. You need to know that it's due to diversity that synergy happens. That's how an orchestra functions. The model of organization for these days is the Philharmonic Orchestra. All different people, very strong individuals, but they make one sound. And they do that by listening and by serving the total performance.